I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice.
Do your own research.
Consult a professional investment advisor before making any investment decisions.
This show is for entertainment only. Faites vos propres recherches.
Here we are
in another episode
of the Simple Success Podcast.
And
this is financial life coaching from a happiness perspective.
We start this rhyming today with a few titans of investing.
Yes, hear us out.
Amidst the mighty floor of Wall Street, Einstein, Buffett, Rothschild, Graham, and Dodds convene. Einstein opens with a wise insight, verily saying in delight, visualization imagines the unseen, a vital flight in investing right.
Buffett, the sage of Omaha, agrees with a nod and a friendly gesture. Indeed, envisioning probable future's treasure, that's an investor's pleasure.
Wise Rothschild raises a shrewd point with the weight of an empire. Doth it not make sense to perceive the numbers with a deepening inner fire?
Graham, the father of value investing, smiles and shares, thus with a vision which risk we bear, becomes a matter less impair.
Dodd, his longtime partner, adds his rhyme, forecast twine and time's broad design, guided by vision's dynamic line.
Thus ends their exchange on visualization and investing game, in the great dance of money's name, where vision fuels the economic flame.
Are you familiar with the concept of visualization?
Not completely. How does it relate to investing?
It's a powerful tool that can help investors make better decisions.
Yeah, so say a lot of people about a lot of things.
True dat, DT, but this is much more.
The following is in Spanish, kind listeners.
What's that?
Lo siguiente está en español, amables oyentes.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be a mainstay from now on.
What is?
Being really clear and specific when we talk in other languages.
Or do Shakespeare?
Ooh, Shakespeare.
Yeah, that, or do some AI focus or something.
Interesante.
So, you going to say it?
Say what?
Say, this is much more in Spanish.
Oh, sure, that's easy. Esto es mucho más.
Yes, it was easy, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't hard.
And if it was hard?
Well, then that's no problem either, since we make hard things easy every day.
That's good.
Yes, Fiona, it is good, because we look for the good to make ourselves better.
Which we'll explain more about later.
Indeed, you barrel of ignorant salamanders.
So, where were you?
I was talking about movies.
No, you weren't.
Well, I was, sorta.
How's that?
It's called visualization.
Visualization? You mean like seeing things?
Sort of, but in a good way.
Examples?
They're coming in Act 2, as always. Not to worry.
Can you summarize for me now?
I can try. How about a formal definition?
Okay, sounds peachy. Get to it.
Okay, here goes. Visualization involves visualizing outcomes in order to increase the chances of...
Wait.
Wait? Can you say that in French, please?
Attends.
That's better.
I'm glad it's better, but I did not say it to be geeky and boring.
Okay, you're right. Achieve desired results. Focus with greater clarity.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Or you could show enthusiasm for what I'm saying.
You are so right, and that is fascinating. How can one visualize their desired investment outcomes, huh?
Town boy, visualize what you want to achieve, such as a long-term goal of financial freedom, or a short-term gain from a particular stock, if that's what you prefer. Concentrate on these goals and imagine how they will play out in the future. Visualize yourself as a successful investor and focus on the positive outcomes you want to achieve.
This is truly an enlightening way to approach investing, one that is both creative and effective. It reminds me of Shakespeare's famous Sonnet 18, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?"
Indeed, visualization is similar to our example using a sonnet in that it requires a sense of creativity and imagination. Visualizing outcomes with clarity can help investors make the most informed decisions. It also helps to create a positive mindset about investing and encourages traders to stay focused on their goals.
You're getting geeky again. Can you give us a concrete comparison?
Sure, it's kind of like code breaking. figuring out how to do something involving patterns that you may not have previously known how to do. For example, that's what happens when you search on results while you're writing.
At least that wasn't an AI joke.
Actually, it was just buried a little bit.
Back to visualization, please.
Okay, sure. Any more Act 1 questions first?
Just one.
Go for it then.
What other benefits can one gain by visualizing their desired outcomes?
Oh, that's a really softball question.
Can you answer it?
I can. And there's even a listicle for that. 1, stay focused and disciplined. 2, reduce stress and anxiety. 3, have the confidence you need. And 4, realize your happy endings.
That's a lot to unpack there.
Which we're going to do in the rest of this short 20-minute mastermind.
I can't wait to hear the part about movies.
And I can't wait to tell it, even though it involves golf, which isn't my favorite sport.
Golf?
You'll see. It's actually a pretty good story as those things go.
Now?
Soon, right after...
Break number 1.
Hello, everyone. This is John with the Simple Success Podcast, financial life coaching from a happiness perspective. Because we know you want to show us some serious love in return for the tremendous benefits you get from us, please subscribe to us in your favorite podcast player. You can find us on both the App Store and the Play Store because our message is for everyone. Leave a rating for us, or even better, tell a friend. Whichever you choose, thank you so much for helping us do this for you. To leave us a written message, which just might lead to more in a future podcast, go to those same written show notes to find our subreddits. There is also our Facebook group page, Twitter, and other ways which we'll tell you about from time to time. You can also find an Easter egg every so often, so listen closely. Thank you again, and keep those constructive ideas coming. The eyes have it, DT.
What?
The eyes have it.
You mean eyes, don't you? Like in aye, sir?
As you like it, dear DT. But I persist in stirring this vision all the way through the churlish chiding of the winter's wind.
You're quite serious then, I see.
I am. We must be able to see this goal in order to reach it.
And if we cannot be there, what then, my lord?
Why, then we must use our mind's eye.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works. Didn't even know my mind had an eye.
Oh, it does, my bedraggled yet somehow alert friend.
And you'll tell me how to use it?
I can manage that, I think. We'll see.
He said doubtfully.
There's one other bit of wisdom you didn't mention when you gathered all those bright souls at the beginning of Act 1.
Oh? What would that be then?
You were talking about it just a few minutes ago.
Tell me, please, DT.
The movies.
Oh, of course. The movies. Palmer.
Yes, and it's high time for those examples you promised.
Why? Are you feeling really overwhelmed and down? Can't seem to visualize a happy ending for your situation?
That sounds like a marketing message to me.
Yeah, that's understandable. But don't give up hope yet. Have you tried visualizing a positive outcome? It can be a powerful tool to help you get through tough times.
This is not working for me.
Oh, but it is, yes. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and imagine everything working out for the best. Picture yourself in your ideal future. Wear it. What does it look like? What do you see?
Wait a second. Am I supposed to be supporting you as you read this?
Of course you are. You know and love this investing tip as well as anyone.
Okay, go on.
You could even draw or write about your happy ending. Seeing how it looks on paper can help it be more real to you and give you something tangible to focus on.
Any other tips?
Yes, one last one. You could also create a storyboard or a collage with images of your happy ending.
Oh, you mean like a vision board or something, right?
Yeah, sort of. Whatever gives you the opportunity to be creative while still keeping your goal in mind. Visualizing a positive outcome can help you feel more optimistic and motivated to take the necessary action steps.
Okay, so earlier you said Palmer. What did you mean?
Huh?
A few minutes ago you said the movies, Palmer.
Oh, right. Well, there's this story, you see.
He said after breathing deeply.
And it involves?
Funny you should ask.
No, it's not.
There once was a very ugly and venomous toad with a precious jewel in its head.
And that toad is in our story today? Why?
As you like it.
Oh. Want to hear more about the movie?
Yes.
As the real story goes, when the famous golfer Arnold Palmer faced any difficult shot,
or maybe even on sort of routine shots.
Maybe, but here's what he would do. He would stop.
Stop? On television? How do you do that?
He would stop, close his eyes, and picture a successful shot, a successful outcome.
Okay, I think I can see this.
And then, only then, would he pick up the club.
Because he was fully confident of success.
Yes, he had seen himself, seen in quotes, he had seen himself doing it right.
And I can do that too, with investing.
Yes, you can, and so can every single one of our listeners.
And it goes like this.
I'll go first.
As you like it.
Right. Take a few deep breaths and close your eyes.
Wait a second. What if I can't do that?
Gasp. You have aphantasia?
Oh, never mind. I guess I can do that.
Right, and we'll explain aphantasia later.
Which is undoubtedly better so that we don't go off track here today.
Right, and by the way, imagine yourself in your ideal future. Imagine you've hit the ball right on the green and right up near the pin, if golf is your thing. Imagine that you've bought that cryptocurrency or those options or whatever it is that you want to achieve. Imagine it having happened. Imagine yourself having done it right.
Heck, we could even write a story about it or make a scrapbook or something.
Which is kind of like that vision document you mentioned. Whatever helps you focus on a positive outcome.
Anything?
Sure, as long as it works, which we can find out pretty quickly.
But first, break number 2.
We know a lot about you already because we know ourselves. For example, we know that you know how to listen to our podcast. We also know that you probably know how to subscribe. So as soon as you're done with that, tell us your story. We have ways you can contact us. It involves a special link where you can leave us a message. We may have an email address for you as well in the future, and we'll let you know if that happens. The reason for subscribing? I thought you'd never ask. When you subscribe, you automatically download all future episodes of that podcast. It just happens in your player without you having to go search again. How cool is that? This means better rankings for the podcast, more attention from advertisers, and more money. And this means more and better stuff for you. So your motivation is simple and easy. Subscribe today, whatever app and from whatever place you like. And don't just try to subscribe. There is no try. There is only do. We're changing the way we look at things, and remember, that's good. Eso es buenísimo. Also remember, this is financial life coaching from a happiness perspective. Coaching happiness. Our call to action is right in the show notes. Find it, and you win too.
So what did we find out?
What did we find out what? My voluptuous pomegranate.
Your what?
My voluptuous pomegranate. Yes, that.
Okay, as you like it.
Let us now all pretend that we are in the office of a financial advisor.
Welcome to our office. How can we help you today?
Our office? Where are we? Who are you?
I guess that explanation would help. It's a scene for people to set themselves in which I'm a financial advisor and you are a client.
Oh, okay, I can roll with that.
Excellent. Then where were we?
I don't know. Anyone?
All right. I'm interested in investing my money.
Oh, good. Well, let me guess. You want to do it right, huh?
Yeah, whatever that means.
Just answer the question.
Yes, I want to make sure I'm doing it right.
Absolutely. Now, let me explain the basics of investing.
I thought you might want to do that.
Because you have to know yourself, in fact.
And know your customer.
Which was the in fact part, I started to say. When I did this professionally, I even had to attend a class called Know Your Customer, or KYC as they called it.
So you had to find out, or at least get people to ask themselves if they were conservative investors or risk-taking investors, aggressive investors.
Right. So how about doubting Thomas?
I think I'm more conservative with my money.
Okay. So I'm going to start with some conservative ideas. We may change that if in asking you some questions I find that you're a little bit more aggressive than you think, which is quite normal, by the way.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd ask for that, and I can give you that example idea, certainly. I just can't give you specific ideas tailored to your current holdings without violating some financial advisor laws.
I'm listening.
So just to be clear, we're visualizing that our happy ending is very conservative for you.
Yes, that's correct.
And since interest rates have been fairly low for the past few years until recently, there aren't a lot of really good conservative investments yet. It's getting better, though, if that's your preference.
So patience is a virtue. Now, can you direct me into specific investments?
Not without your visualization. You need to tell me precisely what your goal is first, and then I will help you form your visualization.
And then I can act on it?
Yes, using a licensed financial advisor if you need one.
And where do you fit in the picture?
I can listen in and help you ask the right questions. I know how it's supposed to go, and I can help you.
That sounds like a good option. What else can I do?
You can pick different kinds of savings accounts, individual stocks, bonds, ETFs, or you don't have to pick any of those. You can pick real estate or crypto if those fit your goals better. The key is to practice patience and repetition. Stick to a plan and don't let emotions dictate your decisions.
I just need to have the picture in my mind first.
Yes, you do, so that you know what you're doing, and I do, and everybody else does too.
By everybody else, I take it you mean my family.
I mean everybody else who needs to know, and of course that's up to you.
You mean I get to define my own happy ending?
I mean exactly that, brother.
But won't it look like I'm crazy?
Perhaps to some, but you'll be reaching beyond your expectations to the core of your goals.
Which is how you've all gotten good.
Gracias por escuchar.
Salut. À la prochaine.
This podcast and our other podcast are productions of Little Red Hen Industries. The supporting cast who helps me bake the bread includes
Techno King, John Brandy, Alter Ego, Doubting Thomas, Fact Checker, A Small Brown Beef Animal, Seriously, Tiny, Facts Are Important But Are Also Easy, Social Manager, Abraham Lincoln, Media Expert, Augustus Caesar, Psychologist, William James, Sound Designer, Adobe's Creative Suite, Spanish Consultant, Cameron J.K. Brandy, French Consultant, Leah, the Do-Your-Own Research Lady, Videographer, Eto Monkoshki, Audio Props, Les Paul, Inspiration, many podcasts and other sources and of course Napoleon Hill.
We also have websites, and you can subscribe to both podcasts. You can even send us a video, audio, or text message. But of course, you'll have to head to the show notes, either on your phone or on the web, to get the links and stuff. All the clickable links are in the show notes.
And before we forget, the artificial intelligence or AI voices you hear in our work come from Google, Amazon Polly, and OpenAI like we say in the show notes. We just love what AI can do when lovingly crafted.
Finally, you can find us on Podmatch.com, Matchmaker.fm, Podbooker and Podcast Guests where we consider guests and consider guesting on other people's shows.
And really finally, the music for our pods comes from Cute by Bensound and from Piano Background by Nick Simon Adams, as well as from AI MuseNet. The sound effect credits go to Jackson Academy Ashmore, Canusi G, Dr. Jekyll, Joe Payne, Everything Sounds, MK Play More Stories, ERH, Sand Emotions, Big Pickle 51, and Just Kidding. Yes, that's his or her name. All on freesound.org. Also, languages are the bomb.
Paul.